This parking lot is completely empty. I'm gonna crash too. And this parking lot's in pretty bad shape as well. Hey there, BikeBlogger here. On my way home. Tonight I wanted to pose the question, is it legal to ride on the highway? Yes and no. Yes and no. It depends. Like a lot of things in life. I'm gonna go all the way down here. 22 miles per hour. In the state where I live, state of Missouri, no, let's make it right. State of Missouri, there's minimum speed limits on the highway. I think usually it's 40 miles per hour. I don't know if any cyclist can go 40 miles per hour on flat terrain. I could be wrong. But obviously that in of itself means no go. Cyclists aren't allowed on the highway in the state of Missouri in the United States. However, it does say also in the transportation law book or whatever they call it, statutes or whatever, it does say that cyclists are allowed to ride on their shoulders. So does that mean you are allowed to ride on, you are allowed to go, as a cyclist, you're allowed to go on the highways in Missouri? You just got to keep to the shoulders? Guess so. I pose this question because someone brought it up again, just sort of like with the, everybody's gone. This parking lot is empty. I gotta just do a quick spin back through here. Let's make a right. Whoa, okay, there's a lot of gravel right there. Watch out for that. Gravel there too. This parking lot is completely empty. I'm gonna crash too. And this parking lot's in pretty bad shape as well. And I see geese flying over me, and I'm probably gonna call unwanted attention to myself riding around back here. Let's just go straight so we don't fall in the gravel. That was really gravelly. Let's go over here. And I'm gonna get stopped by a police officer or something, just screwing around back in there. Let's go to the pretty water fountain. So I bring it up because other people were asking about, viewers, and it's a common question or concern. Let's call it a concern for cyclist well-being, saying, don't go on the highway, don't ride on the sidewalks. Let's go back this way. And just like I did a video on the sidewalks, it depends whether it's, oh my, this parking lot's all beat up. It depends, so where I live in Missouri, USA, from what I understand, you can ride a bicycle on the highway. Not really on the highway, you can ride on the shoulder. In the state of Illinois, which I live very close to southern Illinois, it doesn't really mention anything about that. So as far as I can tell, it's illegal. There's even some text in there that says when operating a bicycle on a highway or whatever. I don't know how they define highway, but anyway. But of course you gotta be aware local jurisdictions They have their own things. We're gonna go right tonight. Oh yeah, I haven't gone this way in a while, and I know why. This road is very bumpy. Oh well. It's not a long stretch. It's just I got my mountain bike, my road bike. The skinny tires. Alright, that's the end of the smooth pavement, or concrete. Neat looking house. So, generally speaking, I think there are some states that it says statewide, like Idaho. Idaho stop. In the state of Idaho, USA, I believe you're allowed to ride on the highway anywhere. Now, in other places like California, I think only about a quarter of the highway system are you allowed to ride a bike on. Now, keep in mind, when I say ride a bike on the highway, you should probably be thinking rural settings where, you know, the highway is really only 2 lanes and it's out in the middle of nowhere and there's no other way to really get to where you want to go. So I'm sort of angling my light to the left to indicate I'm going left. Also trying to not put it in other drivers' eyes. It shouldn't be a big deal. It's at an angle down, you know. It's a flashlight though, it's not a bike light. But it has good battery life and it's very bright and it's really compact and it's got a little clip on it underneath here. I can put it on my pants, which I like a lot, or my belt. It's got a belt clip. Most states in the United States though, I believe some parts of each state you're allowed to ride a bike on the highway, and generally those places are the rural towns and whatnot, because there aren't any other real roads to, you know, to get through, you know, town. Now I'm wondering if I can get to this light down here, so let's catch a little speed. .31 miles per hour, spinning out here. Whoa, 33 miles per hour. Woo! Spinning like my legs are on fire. I didn't make it. Let's go right. I mean, I could have possibly made it. I know the traffic patterns here, so I know there's no one behind me right now. Make a left. Another left. Go back here. Woo! All right. Now I gotta slow it way down. A lot of blind spots. It's dangerous back here. The roads less traveled can be the most fun, but they can also be some of the most dangerous. Just checking my sunglasses. I just put those in my belt loop as well, and they've fallen off once. It was a while ago though. Haven't had such bad luck since though. That's good. Whew. Feeling really good. The weather's really good. The weather is like, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. I mean, this is like that perfect weather, you know, you have in San Francisco. It's really nice, at least along the beach. Okay. And we only get it here maybe 4 weeks out of the year or something. So we probably got one or two more weeks of this. And then it'll be all over. Now this isn't exactly a sidewalk. It's sort of a multi-use trail, and I'm gonna ride on it. So I'm going to go a little bit back through the woods. Ugh, picked a bad night for it though. There's a lot of bugs hitting me in the face. Oh yeah, I don't know if the person will remember, since I'm not going to get this video posted for a while, trying to play catch up. Someone commented, I don't ever call out users' names unless they really want me to mention them in a video, but someone said, oh my gosh, my mind just went blank as I went into the dark mist back here. Puh, the bugs, that's why bad time. What did they mention? It wasn't a negative thing or anything. Oh yeah, like, you know, hey, I noticed you didn't really talk much in this video or one of your last videos or whatever. And I'm probably gonna respond tonight to that. I don't get a chance to respond to every comment, but you know, it's just like my camera angles. I have a favorite. This is my favorite, of course, the chest cam. I think it's the most immersive. But I will say, I think we can come out here. We go left here, and we'll go back here. I do different camera angles. I sometimes talk, I sometimes don't talk in my videos, or not much. It just depends on how I'm feeling, but also I understand there are some people, you know, who prefer one camera angle over another, or who prefer just a nice quiet ride without the narration. I understand that. I get it. So I like to please. And I'm also just sort of lazy sometimes. Obviously, when I'm not spending so much time talking, opening my mouth, and swallowing bugs, I can ride a little faster and make things even more interesting. Let's see, where to go? Over this way. This is my old favorite route from home to work, work to home. Haven't gone this way in a little bit. See what's going on back here. Everything looks about the same. Wow, this street really exemplifies how well this light works. Zebra light. Zebra light. And one thing about zebra light, if you don't live in the US, I don't believe they'll ship batteries to you. I think they only ship within the US. You can still get a light, you can get other batteries though. Woo! Alright, make a right here. Okay, so yeah, going back to the initial topic here, is it legal to ride on the highway? Sure it is, depending. Is it a good idea? How else are you going to tour the country by bicycle without riding on the highway? And I've seen other people's videos. I know some states actually have pretty clean shoulders to ride in, and some definitely do not. So if you're into touring the United States, you probably ought to expect to, let's go straight, expect to ride on the highway. In a lot of places of the country, it's the only way to get around from point A to point B, so maybe I need to look that up too. See you next time. Let's take it a little easy here. See if we can do no hands. There we go. No hands. All right, let's not kill ourselves.